Thank you for waiting for us today. I'm sorry we didn't go live at 12 o'clock at your lunchtime like I promised everybody I do, but I was out fishing all day, if you can imagine that. And for some strange reason, the area we were fishing down here in Cabo, we didn't have any service on the boat. We didn't, the Starlink wasn't working, the phones weren't working. I don't know, we were like in a dead zone out there on the water. So that's why we weren't able to go live today at 12 o'clock, but I'm telling you, I have a great show in store for you tonight. You're going to love my guests. They are phenomenal at what they do. They're a big asset to your saltwater guide. You're going to kick back, relax, and enjoy this show because I think we're going to touch on a lot of things that you all need to hear. There's a lot of stuff going on in Southern California right now. We're coming up to the end of rockfish season, but that does not mean you do not want to go fishing in January, February, or March, because Southern California, like Pablo says all the time on his reports, is a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day a week, 365 days a year fishery. We got lobster fishing. We got the artificial reefs to fish. We got halibut to catch. We got so much to do that there's no reason to stop fishing just because they closed the rockfish, which you'll see a lot of the boats and a lot of the people that you're going to call and try to get out fishing with. You're going to find out that most boats aren't running. Most people aren't fishing because there's no rockfish to catch. So they kind of put everything to sleep and wait. That's not what we do here at Your Saltwater Guide. I built one heck of a business over the last 10 years doing this, going with you on your boat. Now I have 2 phenomenal guides that help me out tremendously in my business. And some of you know them, some of you don't. We're going to bring them onto the show tonight. We're going to let them talk about what they have going on. We're also going to talk on what we have planned for this year coming up, 2024. Going to be a phenomenal year fishing-wise because you guys are going to get to learn a ton about all the different fish that live in Southern California. And these 2 guys are just having a phenomenal time right now catching lobsters. I don't know if you've been paying attention to Pablo down there in San Diego. He's putting together some phenomenal nights out there hoop netting inside of Mission Bay. And then up in Long Beach Harbor, we got Justin Botrell and Bowline Sport Fishing. He's doing that live show 2-3 nights a week. I'm sure he's got a lot to talk about. They're going to open up an open party trip on Friday night. You're going to get to fish with both of these guys at the same time on one boat. You don't want to miss any of that. So, hey, without any further ado, let's bring in Justin and Pablo right now and get this show going. Hey, guys, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Pablo and all the lovely ladies and gentlemen watching.
Thank you guys so much for being on the show. Don't forget, it's Opsin Fluorocarbon Monday. We always talk about Opsin Fluorocarbon on Mondays. And Justin and Pablo both use Opsin all the time on their charters and on their guide service trips. Now, these 2 guys are also guides that go with you on your boat and teach you how to fish on your boat, gang. That's a very, very strange thing to wrap your head around. I started this 25 years ago going with you on your boat. And the Fish and Wildlife made me my own special guide license. It had never been done before in Southern California where someone had to have a license to take you on your boat and teach you how to fish on your boat. Now Justin's got a license. Pablo's got a license. Sonny's got a license. These guys are licensed guides, and they'll go with you on your boat, teach you what they're doing. Also, I'm going to let them talk for a little bit because I know you guys hear me all the time. I talk so flippin' much. I never shut up. I know a lot of people say that, but we're going to let Justin and Pablo tell you about what they got going on. They got some phenomenal gift certificates for you. And we only got about a week and a half left of these gift certificates, and then you're all going to be bummed because you're going to be watching these guys and you're going to go, how do I get out with them? And it's going to be $1,200 to go out with them after January 1st, 2024. Right now, Justin, you and I are on here all the time together. Let's start with Pablo, and then we'll get you in here in a minute. So, Pablo, what's going on in San Diego? What have you been doing?
Oh, man, it's, a little boat work here and there, trying to just keep finding reasons. I'm not going to call them excuses because they're valid reasons to go down to the harbor and make sure everything's running. But, yeah, I've done a lot of little minor tweaks and stuff, just to keep her going well, and stuff like that. A lot of maintenance and things like that, along with fishing. every time after, I mean, it doesn't matter if I replace a fuse, a bilge pump, a hose. I always like to make sure the boat remembers how to fish. I always like to make sure the boat knows the spots and I can come back with something for the freezer. Because otherwise, why am I working on it? So that's kind of what I've been doing.
You've been fishing a little bit. I've been seeing some posts coming up on the website in the community area. So don't underestimate what you're doing. You're fishing too while your arms. I know your doctor's probably watching. That's why you're not telling him you're fishing. But yeah,
no, I'm good. I mean, my shoulder's good. It's just a lot of pain, but I got all the range of motion. Our buddy Tim Ogilvy, he also got his shoulder done almost the same time as I did. But no, I mean, I can do everything. I can't reel good, but I can do. I've been using spinning reels so I can reel with my left hand, and I just been putting them in the rod holder. I mean, they're down so deep anyway. When we're going to the 9 Mile bank, that's fine with me. Just low and slow. And my buddy Chris and I went out on Saturday, and yeah, we loaded up, and just a little over an hour or so, we got our 20 rockfish and came home. It was very, very nice.
So what do you got? You got some gift certificate things going on right now?
Oh yeah.
What do you got?
So we got some really good gift certificates going right now. Justin's got them going. I got them going, and the one that I have going right now till, like you said, just a little while longer till the end of the year, December 31st, they're going to be gone. Is a $500 gift certificate, which gets you a lobster trip or a near shore fishing trip. We can even go if someone purchases them before the end of the year. We can still run out to the 9 and do some rock fishing, but the rock fishing is going to be closed until April 1st, starting the first of the year. And the gift certificate also gets me onto your boat as a guide. So I can come and show you the Saltwater Guideway on your boat, on your vessel, and we can go over electronics, navigation, anything. I mean, I'll go through your whole boat and give you my opinion for whatever that's worth, or just show you anything you're not clear on, any fishing techniques, whether it's hoop netting or any kind of fishing. And yeah, so that's what the gift certificate's good for. It's good for a guide service on your boat. It's good for a hoop net trip or a 4-hour fishing trip on my boat. And they're going to be sold. We're going to be done selling them at the end of this year, and they're good all the way through the end of next year. I have had a couple guys, actually. I'll throw out Jason Cutter. He bought one, and then he liked it, and then he just hit me up again. He's like, "Can I get another one?" I said, "No, limits one per person." No, I said, "Of course." So he bought it. He bought another one, and I'm going to take him and his buddies out again. That was I don't know. I guess it was about a week and a half ago or so when we banged out $30 for those guys. So they want to come back, of course. And yeah, I mean, fishing is all year here, year round. We're getting them. We're gonna focus mainly, after the first of the year, switching from the rock fishing. We're gonna be doing all the shallower water species that we can get legally, and we're not gonna stop. We're gonna go full force, and I'm gonna try to fish as much as I can throughout the whole year, the whole season.
You're gonna, because you're part of your saltwater guide now, gang, and I'm telling you, and John Stanley's watching. And John, you're probably one of my biggest promoters because of the fact that you and Tina have been able to go out and catch fish winter, spring, summer, or fall on the artificial reefs. I do quite a few shows about the artificial reefs. We have a whole section on the website all about how to fish the artificial reefs. Something that people don't understand is these artificial reefs that were built in California, they were built with our fishing license money. That's where they got the money to build these artificial reefs, were from us when we buy our fishing licenses. People don't understand that. These artificial reefs were built for fishermen with fishermen's money and by a lot of fishermen. And then something that you guys don't take advantage of here in Southern California is the fishery on the artificial reefs. Pablo takes advantage of it. Justin takes big advantage of it. John Stanley and Tina take big advantage of it. But a lot of you guys drive right by these things every day and you don't even know they're there, and they are teeming with fish. They're just full of fish. So Justin, what do you got going on? If you guys aren't watching what Justin's doing on these live trips, you are missing out on something, because we're getting 10 to 20,000 watched minutes a night on Justin's trips. It's insane. He answers everybody's questions. He's right there showing you everything that's going on, up and down that ladder 100 times a night, measuring lobsters, showing because here's another thing Justin and I talk about. Pablo, I haven't talked about it with you. I don't know what the burning desire is to throw lobsters back, but my gosh, you guys, you get out on the boat, and it happened to me for 20 years. You pull those lobsters on the boat, the first thing you guys do is slap that measuring thing on it. You don't even know how to measure them. And then you're like, it's short. You throw it over. It's like, what? What are you doing? The thing's $38 a pound. Take a second out of your busy day and let us measure it. Right, Justin? Go.
No doubt about that. So funny. So for those of you, hello everyone that said hello on the comments. So for those of you that watched the live video, it's been pretty spectacular out there. We enjoy everybody watching. It's great. I try to answer everyone's comments, but some of the areas I go into, it cuts in and out. So, and for me to scroll, I'm on my phone. So I'm using my phone as hey, and I have to click on the button to change it the other way. And then I got to run down the stairs with one hand while everything's all wet, run back up the stairs with one hand. Everyone's looking at my nose as I'm going up, and I'm looking at the top. It's so funny. I can't even explain it. It's really hilarious, but hopefully everyone's having fun watching, and it's all uncut, unedited. You get to see the ugly, and you get to see the great, and all kinds of great stuff, right? You get to see us pull up gigantic bugs, our errors as we're out there. No one's perfect. We try to make sure that everyone does their job correctly, and it's so much fun. For those of you that seen the other night, a couple nights ago, a little bit of drama. So it was kind of slow, right? It was really slow. Rodney, how are you? I do. And for those of you also really quick that text me and call me during the show, I can't look at it, because originally when I was doing the show, I would look at it and it would cut my stream off. So then I would have to reconnect. So I can't look at the text messages or calls. So just leave me a message and I'll talk to you later. So back to the drama part, right? So it was slow. It was a rough time out there, but we have those days. We have those nights. We didn't have fresh bait. Both bait barges I go to don't have any frickin' sardines. And even right now, 0 sardines. So now the drama part. Did everyone hear what was on the radio? I turned the radio up. Normally I have the radio down, but I heard a call from Mayday over the radio. And I was like, oh, it's kind of slow right now, so let me turn up the radio a little bit, and everyone can start hearing this instead of watching me pull up nothing but water, because that was kind of boring, right? So I turned on the radio. Now let me give you a little scoop of what happened. 2 boats, one of them came from the boat parade. 2 boats collided and caused a pretty significant accident on the water over near Chaffee Island. Chaffee Island was about a mile away from the location I was, and I could see all the blue lights lined up, helicopters flying as fast as they can over there. There's 2 of them. So I turned up the radio so everyone could hear what was happening. So on the news, it says that there was 3 ambulances, 2 basic life support ambulances, 1 advanced life support ambulance, 7 U.S. Coast Guard boats. 7? What? It was a pretty bad accident. There was 4 adults and 2 children in the water. They got ejected from the boat when they crashed. Absolutely horrendous. So that being said, everybody, please pay attention at all times on the water. 360 around you at all times. If you don't have radar and you're out there, please have radar. If you don't have it, just keep aware of your surroundings at all times, please. Yeah, everyone was rescued. People were taken to the hospital, some in critical condition. Hopefully it's not the kids, but it was a pretty bad accident. Now, on the way, after I ended the show, because I had to stay there, count the lobsters, and fill out the report cards, right? So I ended the show after I pulled out the lobsters and showed everybody, and then I ended the show, filled out the lobster cards, and then started heading back. Where I was kind of in an area where there was no radio signal on my VHF. So what I did as soon as I came around the corner, I turned it back on. I was like, I'm going to listen to it, right? Kids, minor, father, serious. Yeah, see? It was horrible. So I come around the corner and I have 16 on and I turn it back up. And the guy that they hit, right? The boat, it was a smaller boat, like a 21-foot boat or something, that was hit by the other boat coming from the parade, was requesting multiple times for U.S. Coast Guard to do a sobriety check on the driver of that other boat. So there could have been alcohol involved, hopefully not, but everyone, please, please, please be careful on the water. The water can be dangerous. It's just like driving your car on the street. It can be dangerous out there. So please be aware of your surroundings. If you see anything that doesn't look right, get out of the way. Anything can happen anytime, anywhere. So just wanted to go over that really quick. But lobster fishing, thresher shark fishing has all been really good. I'm going to be making a new video on the thresher sharks, a whole video from start to finish of how to catch thresher sharks. Yeah, no breaks on the boats. Very true. So we'll be putting out on Your Saltwater Guide another video of how to do the thresher sharks that I've been catching. And then, yeah, I have gift certificates available. They're $500, just like Pablo said. You have until the end of the year, so you have a week and a half or 2 weeks until you can't get them anymore. That's only $500. We'll come out on your boat. We'll show you how to do all this. If you want to go for lobsters, you want to go for local fishing, you want to go to Catalina fishing, want to go other island fishing. If you want to go bluefin fishing or tuna fishing, whatever you would like, we would be more than happy to help you out with. You can give me a call or text. My phone number is 951-703-9442. And yeah, that's what I got going on. I got a whole lot of stuff to say, but there you go.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Gang, if you want to know what the heck Justin's talking about this accident, if you want to see what's going on, the video is still live on our website, on our social media, Facebook and YouTube. You can watch Justin live on the water. The videos don't ever leave. They're always going to be there. You can go look. But you had some pretty close calls before all this happened, because, gang, I've been involved in this industry for a very long time, and I ran the boat parades for a very, very long time, and there is a phenomenal amount of bad things going on boats during the boat parade, like mind-numbingly things. And I'm not gonna guess what was going on. But we saw boats going at a very high rate of speed with all the Christmas lights on them. Justin had to move. He had to act very quickly. Rylan.
It's a superstar Rylan right here.
Rylan, what are you doing, buddy? What's up? You look tired. But what I wanted you all to understand was this was all going on that night out there on the water because they had the Huntington Beach boat parade going on. So there was a lot of things going on, and there were boats that were late for the parade, and they were driving at a high rate of speed. Listen, when you're operating your boat, and I know it's Christmas time, when you have your Christmas lights on the boat, you cannot operate the boat unless you're in the parade, you can. But if you're out in the ocean like this dingling was, you can't have your Christmas lights on. You can't. It's against the law, first of all. Second of all, like Justin was saying, you can't see. Guys, it's so important when you're out on the water to be able to see. It's kind of an important thing. And if you don't have radar, slow down. But these knuckleheads, let's call them what they are, these booger eaters. One of them about crashed into Justin. He had his hoop nets in the water. He had to tell everybody on the boat, hold on, we're going to move. And he had to pretty much go 20 knots to get out of the guy's way. And then he spun the camera around and he was showing everybody with his phone, and the boat drove right by us. And we got to see the whole thing as he went by. And we're like, that could have been crashed into Justin. If Justin wasn't a licensed captain with a brain in his head, it was absolutely mind-boggling. It happened 2 times. And then the next thing we know, Kenny Maynard's calling Justin and calling me and going, hey, there was a big collision right now. Justin turns the radio on, and then
that was the first one was a 70-foot boat crashed into the break wall. What? How do you even do that? And the second one was that bad one. Crazy.
And another thing you need to understand, gang, it's really different on the ocean. And Justin and Pablo and myself are licensed from the United States Coast Guard. There is nobody, when there's an accident at sea, everybody takes responsibility. If they hit that other boat, both boats are fully responsible. Like Justin said, you need to pay attention to what's going on around you when you're on your boat. You just don't go out on your boat, have a bunch of cocktails. And I'm not saying anybody had any cocktails, so don't say that. But I'm talking to us that weren't involved in the accident. As soon as you decide to have an adult beverage, you no longer should be operating a vessel because it's 0.00. It's 0. You can't have 1 beer. If you have 1 beer, you're totally in the wrong. You're not compliant. Don't believe me. Go look it up. Google it. Don't believe what Dave's saying. On the water, it's 0.00. Pablo's a first responder. He's going to tell you the same thing. As soon as you decide to drink, you should no longer be operating your boat. And if you decided to take your family out on your boat and have cocktails, then you should be in prison for the rest of your flipping life, gang, because you're putting your children at risk. And all these other poor people that are out there when you're driving around like an idiot as a full-on fledged booger eater, it's bull crap. And none of it should have happened. And it was all avoidable. And I don't know if there was alcohol on board or not, but you know what? It's 0.00. Pablo, what do you got to add to this as a first responder?
Well, I mean, where do I go with that one? I mean, that's a very loaded question. I mean, I look back on my career and, both as a lifeguard and as, an EMT, then a paramedic, all the way up, to captain for the fire department. I mean, I can tell you so many bad memories of these exact same situations, whether they're in the water or they're on the street. I mean, we all know how to be, hopefully we all know how to be responsible adults, but yeah, I mean, my mind was kind of going back, thinking about a bunch of stuff while you guys were talking. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, and it's kind of like I equate it a little bit to like pool safety, because I've seen a lot of really bad things with swimming pools and kids too. But what I'd like to compare with the two is there has to be one person. There has to be one person that doesn't take a sip, like Captain Dave says, and is dialed in on the boat and is a solid operator, hopefully licensed or at least a boater safety card, whatever they make everybody do now. But there has to be one person that knows how to handle any situation or knows how to react to any situation. Just like when I would teach people about pool safety, and I would tell them one person basically like wears like a little necklace, whether it's a whistle, a hat, or anything, just as a reminder, like I'm that person. I'm the one that's in charge of the pool at all times. I don't go to the bathroom. I don't go get a drink. I don't turn my back unless I'm properly relieved. And I think you can apply that to this situation. And again, we don't know. We don't know the true details, and we're not going to, assume anything, but we all can agree that a lot of bad things do happen out there, and they do happen very quickly. And hopefully you're in the harbor if something happens, because when you're offshore and you're being a knucklehead, it gets very real very quick. So yeah, I don't want to go on and on about it.
No, we'll leave that alone. Let's get back into the cool, fun stuff, fishing. So, gang, and I'm sorry, we talked about it because it did happen, and it happened live on our show. So we had to touch on it. I apologize. We're going to go into some fun stuff now. So let's go.
That's the great thing, Dave and Pablo. The greatest thing about doing that live show, it's all unedited, right? So you would have never even known any of that would have ever happened if it was edited. You would have only seen the hoop nets that got pulled up with the big old huge lobsters in it, and that's all you would have seen. It would have been a night that was a dream night, right? So, but on that note, it was a good night. We got lobsters, we got some really big ones, and it was a lot of fun. And there's a lot of people watching.
So we're going to make a really big announcement. Justin doesn't know. Pablo doesn't know. We're going to do this, and it's going to start on Friday night. Justin and Pablo are going to be running an open party trip on Justin's boat inside of Long Beach, LA Harbor. You're going to get to go up there and fish with these two pros. You're going to get to go see what it's all about. You're going to get to go on Justin's boat. We have a phenomenal amount of rain coming into Southern California. This is going to be the first of a whole bunch of storms. If the weather, all the weather synopsis are right and all the maps, we got a big El Nino coming this year, and this one doesn't disappoint. If you go and you look on windy.com, Pablo or Justin, there is a phenomenal amount of southeast wind. We normally don't see that much southeast wind in Southern California. We normally see a northwest wind or a westerly wind or an offshore wind. When this southeast occurs, this is real. This is when stuff gets real in Southern California. This is when docks get destroyed. This is when piers fall down. This is when the real storms come. Well, this one's a real one. If you look on Thursday, it's looking like 25 to 35 knots of southeast wind. That's huge. 25 to 30 knots out of the northwest, we see that all the time. That's no big deal. When it comes out of the southeast, it's a big deal. So I'm going to tell everybody that has a boat tied up inside of a harbor, this is when you need to go down there. Watch my how to tie up the boat video, the cleat hitch. It is the way to do it, even though 8 million people tell you it's not the way to do it. It's taught by the United States Coast Guard. It's taught by all the schools. It's the way to do it, but it's time to go check on your boat. And we're not going to be negative. We're going to tell you it's time to go check on your boat, check your covers like I talked about last year. If you have covers on your boat, there's a good chance they're going to get ripped off. The wind's going to come out of a direction none of you are used to. So whatever you have on your boat, it's time to go look. If you have your boat in a storage yard, it's time to go look. But the good part, the lobsters really crawl phenomenal when we have this much rain and this much weather and this much swell, and it's going to get ugly, and it's going to be really ugly on Thursday. And then Friday, you got a chance to go with Justin and Pablo. And this is what we're going to do, gang. And you all have a chance to win. Whoever pulls the largest lobster from the first trip on Friday night until we end this, and it doesn't matter if it's on Pablo's boat or on Justin's boat, your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen, is going to give one lucky person. You'll all be able to see it on the live shows. I'm going to give away $1,000 US to the largest lobster caught the rest of the season. We're not going to count that 11-pounder you caught the other day, Justin. We're not going to count the 13-pounder. We're not going to count those. It starts Friday night, but you got to go on the boat. You have to go with Pablo or you got to go with Justin. You can't call me up and go, hey, Captain Dave, look, I caught a really big one. That doesn't count. You weren't with Pablo or Justin. You got to be with Pablo or Justin. You have to catch it. You can catch it on a guide trip or you can catch it on the live show. But you got to be with my guys. You can't be out on your own boat. It's not going to work. But you can look back at all the contests we've had over the last 5 years. I've given away a phenomenal amount of money straight out of my pocket, gang. This isn't corporate money. This is Kelly and I's money. It's going to come out of my pocket. I'm going to Venmo or Zelle it to you on the last day of the season. So do not miss this trip. Justin, talk about the trip. How can they go with you and Pablo? And I think it's cool that Pablo's going to drive from San Diego to go be with you guys on the boat. So,
yeah, it's going to be this is going to be a really special trip. Not only are the bugs going to crawl, but Pablo's going to be there with us. So we're going to triple the price this time.
And we get to keep the biggest lobsters. No.
Yeah, we get to keep the biggest one, but we're going to pull every net up. So the details are, like always, it's going to be the same thing, $175 per person. 4 people, I need 4 to go, 4 max, and we want you on the boat. So if you can give me a call or text, let me know if you can join. The phone number is 951-703-9442. We'll probably leave around 3:30 because Looking at the weather right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to go for thresher sharks, really. Maybe we will. We'll see how it is, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So we'll leave at 3:30 p.m. and then we'll end our night at 10 o'clock. So at 10 o'clock, we'll have around 10, right? So between 10 and 10:30, we're going to be ending our night.
And this is a lot. This is live, so we say that's kind of what we would like. But man, if everything's going bananas and they're catching giant lobsters, and now I've seen this happen in Long Beach Harbor before, gang. I've been lucky enough to do this since 2006 in Long Beach Harbor. When it's really gnarly like this, and you hit some of these spots that haven't really been producing, we've had to spend nights culling where we're throwing back 3-pounders because we're catching lots of 8s and 10-pounders. Listen, gang, nobody has a adverse effect of the population of the lobsters in Long Beach, LA Harbor. It's only for the hoop netters. So nobody's catching them all. They're not all gone. I used to drag a net around for the schools in there, and we used to catch so many that we couldn't even lift the net up in the mud. There's so many lobsters in that harbor, and this is the first big rain of the year. You guys be in store for something insane. You do not want to miss this, gang. You got a chance to win $1,000. You get a chance to fish with Pablo and Justin on the same boat together at the same time. And all your friends and all your family get to watch it live. Those of you that have already done this, you can talk. You can leave messages right now. You can talk about how cool it is. It is epic. I was talking to one of our members, Pablo, 2 nights ago. And he was going, why doesn't Pablo do it? And I was like, well, shit, he's just recovering from shoulder surgery. It's been he can't hold the freaking phone, drive the boat, make sure that it goes up on the rock. Give him its time. And I was like, I got an idea. We'll get him to go with Justin right now. We'll get you out there. People want to see you out there doing it live too. This is going to be super exciting. We're going to probably do it a lot more than just one night, but here's what I need you all to do. I need you to call Justin, text Justin, do something with Justin so that we get this boat off the dock. We only need 4 people. 4. There's got to be 4 of you that want to have. Could you imagine going on this trip and catching a bunch of lobsters and then sitting down on Christmas on Monday, having lobsters for dinner and showing everybody, hey, this is how we caught it. Watch. While we're eating, we're going to show you that'd be pretty badass, I think. No one's ever done that.
Cool. That would be really cool. So this trip is going to be a little different for everyone. So those of you that are going to go with me, I'm sure we'll fill it up. You're going to have to bring some dry clothes. It may be raining while we're out there. So I have a couple of dry clothes on my boat that you can wear, but for the most part, bring your own, please. So yeah, only $175 per person. You're not going to beat it. It's pretty spectacular.
As a fireman, Pablo, you got any foul weather gear?
Yeah, I think it could be frowned upon. I was laughing because the other day I have such a nice jacket. It's like, one of those 311 jackets, whatever, or 511, sorry. And anyway, it's really nice, but it has a big emblem on the back. So it's mine. I got it. I paid for it myself a long time ago, but it's still in perfect shape because you almost don't ever need it. But I'm going to make a big old Fernandez Charters patch for the back. That way I don't, do anything, get anybody upset.
We don't want to piss anyone off.
Yeah, because we're not supposed to wear that kind of stuff, like, out and about. It's a uniform, but it is my property. Oh, I actually have it right here. We got the big old. Can you guys see that?
That's nice. Yeah, you need to bring that bad boy out there.
But it's like super nice. It's like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is. I wear that thing in the snow and any weather. It's perfect. So yeah, I'll bring that thing. I'll have a modification for it by Friday.
And like Justin says, Pablo, it's live, so we can't edit out the jacket, dude. It's right. Gonna be on there, man. And all your fireman buddies are gonna go, "What's Pablo wearing? What is he wearing right there?"
Worst case scenario, because I'll forget. So, Justin, do you have duct tape on the boat?
I do.
All right, there you go. Problem solved. I might have to modify it on the fly, you know.
See that comment I threw up there, Justin? Jake wants to be the deckhand on the trip, and Jake
didn't Jake do so good?
Oh my God,
that was his first time.
And I had a pep talk. I had a little pep talk with Jake before you guys started, and I say Kelly Girl and I are going to be watching, and we are going to. And Jake, you did an epic job. There was a couple times there where you had the lobster line in your hands and the fish in the pick, and you didn't know what to do, and you were kind of upset. But I mean, really, you did an epic job. You did a phenomenal. It looks so cool. And that's the thing about these live shows, gang. You get revealed real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. So that being said, I have people messaging me right now. But so
I'm sure you do.
You know. No, I'm just kidding. You don't know.
You don't know.
Because you wouldn't be listening if you did.
Right.
So this Thursday, it's going to be all hell in a handbasket out in the water. And it's going to be so dangerous out there, I'm going to take my family. What?
Thursday night?
Thursday night. So.
All right, Madden and Amanda and Ryan.
My wife, and Anthony.
Anthony is the deckhand.
So we're going to go out there and show you all live how crazy it is. How crazy good it is. It's going to be good.
It's
really
gonna
good.
Be insane. I had somebody text me and ask me, why do you think it's going to be so much better when it's raining than it normally is? Well, I have a whole series on my website all about how lobsters and how lobster fishing works and how lobsters react. Lobsters absolutely hate fresh water. And if you look at a topographical map of Long Beach, LA Harbor, the LA River flows into Long Beach Harbor. There's a bunch of creeks and streams and runoff, and everything's running into the harbor. None of this has happened yet for a very long time. We haven't had any measurable rain in Southern California for a long time. So you're going to have all this runoff, and you're going to have the LA River flowing like crazy. All that, when the water hits those rocks, it pushes all the lobsters out of their holes, gang. I'm just trying to let you understand what's going on. So when it pushes the water out of their holes, they all take off running. When they take off running, they're burning energy. When they're burning energy, they need to eat. So then all of a sudden, there's Pablo and Justin's hoop net right in their way, and they're going to crawl in there, gang. The only reason I know this is what happens is because I've done it for a living longer than most of you have been alive.
So,
right?
Someone posted that they're in. Just text me if you can, 951-703-9442. The other thing is, so this Thursday, those of you that are going to watch, a couple of days ago when I was live, I did a thing where give me two different things because it is my family going. We're not going to, it's not a charter. We are going to do two things in the net to see if it works. One of the things we're going to do is mussel. So I'm going to grab a whole bunch of mussel off the dock, and we're going to crush it up and throw it inside of one of the tubes, completely fill it up. We're going to see if that works. And I'm also going to get some, probably 5 cans of the wet cat food, the tuna flavor, I think it was. Tuna flavor or salmon flavor of the cat food. I'm going to stuff it in a, what did they say, a nylon? I don't know, pantyhose or something. I don't know what it was. Pantyhose. That's what it was. So stuff it in pantyhose, and then we're going to stuff that inside of the bait tube as well. We're going to try that. So you're going to want to watch. It's going to be pretty good. And I already know the lobsters are going to be crawling. So, yeah.
Do me this favor, Justin. Give your number out again. And we got so many people setting this. I guess a lot of people are interested in now that a chance to win $1,000 all of a sudden. Now everybody wants to go.
Yeah.
Gang, I always, when I tell people I'm going to give away money, I give it away. And then the people come to the show and I bring them on stage and tell you, I don't hide the ball. There is nothing fake about what I do. I get 30 million views a month. There's nothing fake. There's a lot of haters out there that are super jealous, but we don't fake a thing. Everything we talk about, everything we do is absolutely real. Everything I tell you when I'm going to do something, I do it. And I'm giving away $1,000 US. Justin, give your phone number out again.
It's 951-703-9442.
Gang, you want to get on this trip, and then don't miss out on taking advantage of Pablo's gift certificates and Justin's gift certificates before the end of the year, gang. If you have someone you're thinking of, we're running out of time here for Christmas. If you got someone you can't imagine what to give them, and they have a boat, give them a day with Justin or give them a day with Pablo. Give them a day with them, and if you don't have a boat, both of these guys have boats to charter. Pablo, give your phone number out again. There's a lot of people watching that don't know. Give your phone number out. How can I go on a charter on your boat in San Diego, Mission Bay?
619-431-3070, 619-431-3070, or FernandezCharters.com. Then you can also hit me up on Facebook, Fernandez Charters, or at Fernandez Charters on Instagram.
And then there's something I want to talk to you all about, everybody that's watching. And we have over 4,100 members. And Justin's phone number, Pablo's phone number, Sonny's phone number, and my phone number are all posted all over our website. And like I said, we have over 4,100 members. I take everybody that calls me. I talk to everybody unless I'm on my podcast or I'm out fishing. Pablo talks to everybody that calls him. Justin talks to everybody that calls him. Sonny talks to everybody that calls him. There is no website on the planet Earth where you can even find the owner's phone number, let alone have them answer your call. We all answer. The last thing we want you to do is sell your boat because you can't catch fish. We all want you to be successful. When Justin comes on your boat, he shows you everything that you don't know about your boat and all your electronics. When Pablo comes on your boat, he does an inspection. He tells you what you should have, what you don't have, what you have to have. And then he shows you how to use your electronics. Justin does the same thing. Sonny does the same thing up in the Channel Islands. When you call me, we talk about where you should go fishing at, how you should approach it, what you should do. Gang, I want you to understand, if you're going to call Pablo and ask him what to do, and he tells you to go to the Mission Bay Artificial Reef and fish with the chum bucket and thin strips of squid and a 1/4 ounce sliding sinker and 20-pound Opsin Fluorocarbon, and you go to the Tijuana sewer pipe and you sit there all day and you fish with a spark plug and a giant chunk of dead pink squid and you don't catch anything all day, why are you calling us? Don't waste our time, gang. When we give you a game plan, it is the real deal Holyfield. We don't give you a bunch of garbage. And the reason why I'm pissed about this, I had a conversation the other day. I had 3 of them, 3 phone calls with this guy. And I'm not going to mention your name, but you might as well just start eating your boogers because you wasted my time. And my time, I know my time doesn't mean crap to anybody. But I told you exactly where to go, exactly what to do, and exactly how to do it. You send me back a message, said, well, I went to Black Rock and I caught 9 lobsters, and then we got bored with that because they were crawling so good. So we left there, and then we went and we fished that spot you told us to fish on the backside of the island, and we did it for an hour. Then we left there and we went to San Clemente Island and we fished there for an hour, and we didn't like it. So then we went to the Tanner Bank because my booger-eating brother's sister's cousin's aunt said that there was a bluefin there 4 months ago. So we went there and we didn't catch any bluefin, and then we drove back home. I'm like, there wasn't one thing about my game plan that told you to do that. Gang, if you just need to talk to somebody, they have meetings called AA meetings. You can go and you can talk to people. Don't waste my time. Don't waste Justin's time. Don't waste Pablo's time, because we're going to tell you exactly what to do and exactly how to do it. All right? So, how does the $1,000 giveaway work? If you go with Justin or Pablo,
starting
either a guide trip, Excuse me?
Starting Friday, right?
Yep. If you go with Justin or Pablo on their boat, or you go on your boat and have them come with the guide, Nick, what happens is if you catch the largest lobster between Friday and the last day of lobster season, Pablo, which is what day?
March 20th.
There you go, March 20th. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. I answer the damn phone too many times and send people to places they shouldn't go to catch shit they shouldn't fish for. But, oh, no, I don't do that. I tell you exactly where to go. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm kind of pissed about that because it really pissed me off that I wasted all that time. I'm sorry. I'm usually not pissed, but that pissed me off. But, Nicholas, if you go with Pablo and or Justin and you catch a giant lobster and it's the biggest lobster caught from Friday until the end of the season, I'm going to give you $1,000 US. But if you don't go with them and you go on your own private boat and you get one, doesn't count. Doesn't count. You have to go. What?
I'm going to order, so everyone knows, that scale that I weighed that lobster with was but bad. It was really bad. So I'm going to order a new scale right now for my boat. I'll have it by this Friday.
Friday.
I'll have it before then.
And Pablo will have a good one, and it's going to end up being what's going to be fun with you guys, all of you watching and listening. It's going to end up being a contest between Pablo and Justin. You watch as this thing starts to come together and starts to happen. They both want to be the one that takes you and catches the $1,000 lobster. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to Venmo or Zelle you the money on March 20th straight to your account. It's real quick. It's real easy. I'm going to get it right to you. I don't know. Pablo's been catching some pretty big lobsters down there in Mission Bay too. And he hasn't had any rain either, Justin.
Remember, someone just booked me for that lobster tournament. So that person, Jake's dad, booked me for that lobster tournament January 27th. And we're going to win that tournament, and they're going to win the $1,000. Bam! How you like?
Woo! That's pretty confident.
That's awesome.
I don't know. Pablo might have something to say about that.
Well, I was actually thinking, my mind was kind of going, you know, those little, I don't know if they still have them anymore, but you know, those little baby scales they have at the pediatrician's office? I think I'm going to get one of those and put it right on my cut station.
There you go. You just drop it in there. All right. That's only 11 pounds.
Yeah.
And then if someone catches one bigger than Kelly's lobster, then I don't know. We'll do something special for that too. Maybe we'll give you a free fishing trip somewhere. But yeah, and if you don't know, my wife's lobster, and this, I have a couple of videos that are going viral right now all across social media talking about Kelly's lobster, and they're like, "Oh, really? She didn't catch it. There's no picture." Are you guys kidding me? That picture's gone around for the last 25 years. It's gone everywhere. Everyone's seen it 100 million times. People are, "Oh, is that a picture? I don't believe it." How many times we got to post it? 900? They weighed 18 3/4 pounds. And the reason we know it weighed that much is because she donated it to the aquarium in Long Beach. And you know what the guy told her at the aquarium? That thing was 70 years old. And I was like, yeah. Nothing should ever be 70. But that was back when I was in my 50s. Now that I'm approaching 70, I think everything should be 70.
Yeah,
Hey, Captain Dave, what would happen to the lobster if you were there?
We would have ate them. It would have. And people go, "Oh, big lobsters, they don't taste good." No, they don't. They taste like lobster. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Gang, if you throw big, giant lobsters back, you might as well just eat a booger, because you're not saving the planet Earth, no matter what your sisters, brothers, cousins, teacher told you. It's not going to change anything, because if Justin or Pablo owned a commercial boat and a 13-pound lobster crawled onto their commercial trap, they're not throwing that back. And if you have the greatest hoop net night of your life, Nick, and it's the greatest hoop net night you've ever had, you can only have 7. That's it. So don't think for 1 second you throwing back a legal lobster is going to save the planet Earth. It's so funny when I see them post those videos. "Oh, we threw it back." I'm like, where?
Yeah. And
Where did you throw it?
give it to me. I'll take my lobster card out there and I'll fill it out and I'll add it on there and I'll take it. Easy as that.
Trade you for a smaller one.
Yeah.
Big giant lobster tastes like lobster.
Yep. Talking about the game plans you were talking about. So on the game plans, you give out a specific game plan, right? Specific, exactly to the T, where to go, what to do, so on and so on. Who, what, where, when, why, it's all covered. Then if you have any questions, you can then call Dave, or you can call Pablo or myself. So I got a call by Greg. He said, hey, I seen on the game plan you go over here. Do you have a specific spot? I said, right where it was on the game plan at Catalina. Here it is. This is where it's at. Use exactly the same method that you've been using. So everyone knows that's been watching the live videos. Greg is the gentleman that I put a fake shark inside of the hoop net and attached it to his net. So, yeah.
After dinner, you don't get your haircut.
Yes, I'll give you a haircut. All right, sorry. So my son was asking if I was gonna give him a haircut. So, so Greg asked where to go, so on and so on. I told him exactly where the game plan was, right, and what to do. He went there and got 100. What was it? What did he say? 100 and something lobsters. That's freaking crazy. 100 and something lobsters just in the first night. He went there 2 nights. Let's see. What do you say? Yeah, it was 100 and something lobsters. I have a million messages from people. But yeah, here it is. First night was 110. And then the next night he got even more. Where are you going to find a website that gives you spots like that?
Now, gang, when Justin says Greg caught 110, that doesn't mean he took home 110. So calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. He took his limit. He took what he's allowed by law.
Exactly.
So relax.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of keyboard warriors, in the words of Tommy Gomes, that are going, oh, you can't have 109. Woo! Take it easy. Relax. Deep breath. Look at, gang, what Justin's trying to explain to you, what Pablo's trying to explain to you is the stuff that we're telling you. People, and I hear this a lot too. Oh, you're so cocky. You think your stuff. Yeah, our stuff works. We have 4,127 members on this website that are annihilating stuff. They're catching what they're focused on. We have a small amount of those people that their ego gets in the way every time, because here's how it works. You're all ready to go. You called Pablo. Pablo told you, go to the 9, fish right there, and you're going to knock the crap out of him. Darren's here. Darren knows that. And Tim Ogilvie, they both know. And John and Tina, they know that when Pablo tells you to go somewhere, you should go there. Because what happened the first time you took John and Tina out Dorado fishing, Pablo? How many did you catch?
Oh, yeah. We got limits for the 3 passengers. Well, for Gio, he's another one. He's another Saltwater guide member. So for Gio, Tina, and John, and then my limits as well. So yeah, we got 40, and it was like, I mean, it was a great day. It was a beautiful day, and those days are why we do this. And you know, I follow the game plans. You know, I don't put out a game plan that I won't follow myself. And I have followed Captain Dave's game plans for a long time too. And a lot of the spots, guess what? They're valid. Every one of these spots is tried and tested, and they produce, or they wouldn't be on here.
And gang, the reason why I talk the way I talk and the reason I do what I do is because I walk the walk, and I do what I do, and I don't hide the ball, and I tell you the honest to God truth. There's a lot of people out there that are super jealous, and that's fine. They have been for a very long time. They don't understand what's going on. They can't understand why so many people watch me. They can't understand why I'm invited to do so many seminars up and down the California coast. It's because when I'm talking, I tell the truth. I don't hide the ball. I don't make up a bunch of stuff. And like Justin was making a joke earlier, when you go to a seminar and the guy's standing up on the stage and he says, you know,
Yeah, you got that.
You know, yeah, that's because the guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. When you come and see me speak, gang, I don't I'm not looking for words while I'm standing up there talking. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. It might not be what you want to hear, but it's the truth regardless. And when you call Pablo up and you take time away from Pablo and Kate, he's spending time with his beautiful wife, Kate, and you ask him where to go, you should go there. And if you call Justin up, think about this, you're taking away Justin from Amanda, and they love each other, and you're taking valuable time, but he answers the call, tells you where to go, and then you don't go there. Are you a booger eater or what? For God's sakes, guys, don't waste our time. Don't become a member of our website if you already know how to do everything. That's ridiculous anyway, because you don't know how to do everything. I don't know how to do everything. I learn every single day how to do stuff fishing. I learn all the time. I never stop learning. I just got done fishing all day today, and I just got done driving up to Mag Bay and fishing for a week up there. I'm learning how to catch stuff everywhere I go. I never get out on the boat and go, well, I already know how to do all this, so I'm just going to do it stupidly. No, I'm going to try to figure it out and learn. So you should do the same thing. And here's something really cool. Those of you that don't know, I also have a gift certificate offer for all of you. And this is all going to go away on January 1st, 2024. Your saltwater guide's going to $29.99 a month. Right now it's $9.99. That's a huge jump. I don't know if you've been to the store lately and seen what a loaf of bread costs, but it costs a little bit more than it did 2 years ago when the Orange Man was running the show. Oh, shoot. Did I just say that? You don't know who I voted for, and it shouldn't matter. I'm just telling you. Everything changed in the last 2 years. Price of tea in China went up. My website's going up dramatically. We have proof of concept. We already have a phenomenal amount of members. The price is going up. But here's my deal for all of you for Christmas. $350. You'll never get another bill from me. You'll be able to talk to Justin. You'll be able to talk to me. You'll be able to talk to Pablo. You'll never get another bill. Lifetime, $350. That's going to go away on January 1st, and you're all going to kick your butt. You're going to go, oh, I should have got in. Yeah, you should have, because now it's $29.99 a month, and I'm not giving any more deals away. The deals are done January 1st. I don't need to give another deal away. I don't have to, gang. I have a phenomenal crew. Look at Justin and Pablo. These guys are killing it. They're killing it. I'm telling you. We don't need to give deals. We don't. If you don't want to pay our price, go with somebody. Go with one of those unlicensed guides. They're one-dimensional. Go with one of those guys. They'll drive you all around the ocean, burn tons of your fuel. No stories, can't talk, don't know how to talk, don't know anything about anything. They got like 12 followers on social media. But those are definitely the guys you want to go with that are unlicensed guides. And we're going to blow all them up this year. Right, Justin?
Oh, really quick. I know it's going to be bad for me to say this. I'm not going to say names, but I'm going to say a name of one of my friends. So, Jake, sorry, bud. I'm going to say it. Jake hired one of those unlicensed guides who drove them around the whole ocean to find nothing. Drove them around. Just drove them around. They're like, what the heck is going on? Yeah. And then Jake found me. And yeah, there you go.
Check it out. $350 lifetime membership to the greatest fishing website ever made. Just the community alone, Pablo, right? The community is insane, right?
It's insane. Like Darren's making some comments on here, and Darren's hit me up a few times. He just texted me. I text him back. One time I actually called him. I think he was on the 9, or he called me. I don't remember. But he's been killing it. He went to La Jolla this last weekend with his kids and freaking loaded up. He did great. He went out there and just followed the plan and did his own thing, did it his way, but told him, according to the game plan. And yeah, that's another thing. I mean, you get game plans. I wish I had a game plan growing up. I mean, that's insane. Who would ever think that somebody would actually give you real information? I know Captain Dave talks about it a lot. Like he can drive your boat with the radio. And that's what guys do. Come over here. They're killing. They're everywhere on this patty. They're jumping, whatever, boiling, whatever, everything. And then everybody goes there. Everybody on Channel 72 is gonna go there. And that's the thing. There's a lot of bad information out there. this is great information. Justin uses it, Sonny uses it, I use it, Captain Dave uses it, and we're all learning every day too. But I'm telling you, I really wish I had this. And I was kidding when, growing up, but honestly, growing up in just fishing experience, I honestly do. I mean, I would have paid anything for this back in the day.
Yeah, as you guys all know, when you're out there on your own private boat, it is a humongous lake. It is so gnarly to try to figure it out on your own, like the zit-face kids on Instagram tell you all the time. Oh, you're paying for information? Why are you paying for information? Well, because we want to catch fish when we go fishing. The last thing I want the guy that's going to fly me up to Southern California on the airplane is to try to figure out how to fly the airplane on his own. And you don't want to do that when you go fishing. You don't want to go fishing and try to figure it out on your own. Our time is so valuable, gang, and our time is so infinite. There's an end to our time. So why, when you bought your boat and you were like, I've been going out on a sport boat, so I can catch fish. I know how. Then you get on your own boat and you go, I don't even know where any spots are. We have over 1,300 spots on the website. And not only do we have the spots, but I explain to you how to fish each and every individual spot. That's something that, if you just want GPS numbers, run down to West Marine right now. They have those laminated plastic charts. You'll get a zillion GPS numbers, which are personally, I've been in the industry for 49 years at a high level. GPS numbers are kind of worthless if you don't know what to do when you get there, right, Justin? You gave me some GPS numbers, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I explained to you how to fish all 1,300 spots. There's no website out there like that. We have over 500 how-to videos. We have 320 podcasts with special guests from all over the industry. We have great podcasts with Justin and Pablo day in and day out. We have so many special guests. All this stuff's available on the website. And then the number one thing is the community. The one thing about the community, game, you can go on other websites. We won't mention their names. I love the owners of them. They're my friends. But they're pretty much sewers. If you go on there and you talk and you put a comment out, you get like beat up by a bunch of guys in their underwear in their mom's basement. But on our website, Tim, you can vouch for this. You can ask any question you want anytime from any of us or any members that are out fishing, and we all share everything, and there's 0.0 negativity. Isn't that special? I think it's pretty special.
It is pretty spectacular, especially, there is zero negativity at all, except for when someone named David posts some weird stuff on the thing. David Zolikoffer. Good job. You're really good.
Oh, look at that. I just saw that. Yeah. Look at that little sweetheart.
It on the golf.
Look at that sweetheart, everybody.
I bet you that was the guy that was following me around earlier this year, and I called him on the radio.
David, you little sweetheart. We're going to make you famous, bro.
Yeah.
Right, guys? Can you help me? Let's make him famous. I only got 600,000 followers. David, you're such a little cutie. Look at him. David, stop sending me those pictures. I'm married.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, my God. Look, you guys. You should see these pictures he's sending me. Dude, are you out of your mind?
Oh, that's weird.
You should go to prison for that. David, you got to stop sending these. I'm going to turn you over to the FBI. Look at this guy. Oh, you can't even believe what he's sending us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, David Zolikoffer.
Zolikoffer?
Dude, you should be in prison. You can't send pictures like that on the internet. Oh, my God, Kelly. Look at the pictures he's sending to you.
Hey, Kelly.
Dude, don't ever come into our house and try to pull some crap, Dave.
Hi, Pablo.
What a little booger eater. You really think you're going to get to me? Dude, I get 30 million views a month. I deal with you little whiny baby booger eaters every day. You mean nothing.
So funny.
Oh, my goodness. What a cutie, though.
Another thing, really quick, I got to say also is there is something very spectacular going on right now. Some really good fishing for some big trophy fish called thresher sharks. I've been getting a lot of feedback on it, and a lot of people. Oh yeah, there's what he did. David.
Everybody, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. There he is, right there. There's our little sweetheart, right there, gang. Make sure that he understands how important he is in the world.
Yeah.
Let's make sure he understands. What a little sweetheart.
So,
Nope, not going to bring it down, Kelly.
So I've been getting a lot of feedback on the thresher shark fishing. I have a way of thresher shark fishing that is different than a lot of you have ever even heard of or thought of. And it's very, very productive on catching these sharks. You're going to only find that exclusively. Uh-oh. Something about reloading. You're going to find that exclusively only at www.yoursaltwaterguide.com. Only if you're a member, and you have to get the bundles, because you're not going to just go there and find it. You're going to find it under the how-to videos and how to catch the thresher sharks. And so far, almost everyone that has been messaging me on it have been at least hooking them. Reeling them in, it's on you. I can get you to the point of hooking it, and then you got to reel it in from there. So yeah, it's been pretty spectacular.
Mike Lewis, can you see him now? I think I made it so everyone can see him, right?
You did.
Oh, that's too bad. Boy, he got me, didn't he?
Yeah.
David, I will be at the Fred Hall or the Bart Hall show in Long Beach. I'll bring you up on stage. You can tell everybody how cool you are. And if you can't make that, I'll be on stage at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. You can come there and tell everybody how cool you are. Or you can come to Del Mar. Or whatever you want to do, Dave, we'll show up. We'll all come and talk to you, bro. But you know what? I think you made a horrible mistake, sweetheart. So we're going to let you go now.
Yeah.
What a booger eater.
There's always one person, right? Always.
They try, though, but we get them every time. We make them cry.
I know.
We make him cry. He's backpedaling like crazy right now. He's so scared.
So the whole thresher shark thing, I'm going to make a video in the next couple weeks, a new video of how to the whole 9 yards. So it's a little bit more clear of how I'm doing it. But everyone I've been talking to and that has been trying this method is very successful of at least hooking it. Reeling it in is another thing. I will say one thing though, you let your line touch your boat, it's bad. You're going to lose your fish. These put on a lot of tension on your line, and if it touches your boat, you'll lose it. So that's all.
Yeah, that's a good one. So we're going to summarize this real quick. Kelly just got done cooking my dinner, and I know my time doesn't matter, only to me. So, hey, look at that. So, Pablo, give everybody an idea how to get a hold of you. Justin, after Pablo, and then make sure you go on the trip with these two guys, and I'm going to go eat dinner because my time doesn't matter.
Real quick, the trip is booked up, by the way, too. See you.
No way.
Still come?
Yeah.
On an hour-long show, we booked the whole trip?
Done.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
One person got 2 spots, and another person got 2 spots.
Don't cancel on them, gang.
No,
Don't
they're telling me. So
cancel.
Jeff got 2 spots, and then Fernando got 2 spots.
Woohoo! It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
All right, go ahead, Pablo. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Do you see Jeff's comment there? It's pretty.
What happened? I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it? It says, "Hey Dave, when I become your saltwater guide lifer, I want my orange jumpsuit, Grundon."
Okay, you got
it. And then Steve, really quick. I know we got to go. Steve, I was actually talking about you just a second ago. So good job out there. Keep it up. You're gonna land them. I promise you. Just keep up that method.
All right. So yeah, guys, come out with Justin and I. Well, too late, right? We're booked for Friday, so you guys watch it live. Watch it live on Friday. And if you want to come out any other day, give me a call, 619-431-3070. 619-431-3070. Love to go out any day or night.
nice.
So if I don't know. See, after that guy who posted whatever a second ago, I don't know if you guys are messing around or not, but it's not cool, Gary. Don't be saying that. So,
He's already banned, Justin. I banned him already.
so weird. There's another guy who posted something too, and I don't know. Why do people have to say that? So if you'd like me to come out on your boat and show you how to do this, from lobster to bluefin, marlin, or anything in between, local fishing, I'll be more than happy to do it. It's only $500, and you have until the end of the year to book it, so a week and a half. You can give me a call or text, 951-703-9442, and just call or text me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Stay tuned for this Thursday. We'll be live, and Friday we'll be live as well.
Far out, gang. Don't forget your saltwater guide, $350 lifetime membership. We will be having a great show for you tomorrow. It's Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. We'll be talking more about how to fish these artificial reefs and get ready for the rockfish closure. You got about a week and a half. And Justin, Pablo, thank you for your time. I know it's dinner time. Everybody's got to go do stuff. Thank you very much for your time. Everybody that watched the show tonight, thank you very, very much. You can send me stars. You can send me tips. You can do whatever you want. I will appreciate anything you do. I got to feed these cats and this monkey and Kelly and me. And we love all of you. Thank you very much. And don't worry about those booger eaters that jump on here, gang. I have so much fun with them. I love it. They don't affect me in any way, shape, or form. They make me laugh. I think that's hilarious. They all wish they were me.